Now I'd like to show you how I made my first multiples with the octopus over here, the 8-track machine, which I still have in my possession.
Les Paul was one of the early innovators. His experiments with echo delay, phase shifting, sound-on-sound overdubbing, and multiple-track recording have greatly influenced our modern recording industry.
Rolling, up to speed, and I'm on the air, and here we go. I'll give a count off. 1, 2. Now if you want to get smart. See, I use 2 hands on a lot of it. Now this is the rhythm guitar, this is the bass, and this is the solo guitar. Then I got the slap, and over here I have the organ or the vibrola vibrato effect. Now when I press the button start, you should hear the whole thing back. With no EQ, I don't do anything to it. Just let it roll.
There are a great many performers, even performers that don't think of themselves as electronic musicians, who couldn't begin to put together an album without marvelously sophisticated recording studio techniques, multi-tracks, bouncing, piling track on track, overdubbing, punching, editing. All of the electronic techniques that used to belong to the music concrete field are now used by everybody as a matter of course.
I like to hear like the voice, you know, by itself, you know, like drums.
The bass line,
remember this little saying that push up ears.
Go to bass here.
Nonsense. You'll get the answer. You got the answer.
For you people wondering what I have in my hands here, this is an electric guitar. It's called a Les Paul model.
Soon after opening his own studio, Les Paul designed the famous solid-body electric guitar, an instrument that made possible the music of Buddy Holly, the Rolling Stones, and the Beatles.
I was playing outside of Waukesha, Wisconsin, at a place called Gerke's Corners, and I had to play at this barbecue stand, and they couldn't hear me, so they would honk in the car that they couldn't hear me, sing louder, sing louder. So I took my mother's radio and my father's radio, and I turned them into amplifiers. And I'd sing into one, my mother's amplifier I sang into, and then I had to hook up a phonograph pickup, jab it into the top of the guitar, and play through that. That was my first attempt at stereo, but I didn't even know what stereo was. But it worked fine, and everybody could hear me, and the tips improved tremendously. Now I would like to show you one of the things that I do for you on the stage, so that when I come up your way, if you hear that Les Paul is going to be there, here's what you're going to hear. This little invention of mine here, this little black box, it's on my guitar. You can see it. Can you see it all right? This little black box here, Sears and Roebuck is trying to get a hang of it, Radio Shack, just about everybody I know would like to have this. Gibson is begging me for it, but I'm not going to give it to him. Because with my invention, I can take my one guitar and multiply it into an orchestra. And this is worrying the daylights out of Lawrence Welk.